Good morning, ma'am. I am Mara Chanel Obelio, Bachelor of Science in Food Technology student, Section 2B. As a food technology student, dapat naming malaman yung mga dapat naming gawin upang masigurong ligtas yung aming mga pine-prepare na mga pagkain upang maiwasan ang pagkakasakit ng ating pamilya at ng mga consumers. How can you ensure that the food you prepare is safe? So here's the 5 keys to safer foods. At ito po yung aking kadalasang ginagawa upang masigurong ligtas yung mga hinahanda kong pagkain. So number 1, keep clean. Wash your hands before handling food and often during food preparation. Wash your hands after going to the toilet. Wash and sanitize all surface and equipment used for food preparation. Protect kitchen areas and food from insects, pets, and other animals. So, why we should do this? So, while most microorganisms do not cause disease, dangerous microorganisms are widely found in soil, water, animals, and people. These microorganisms are carried on hands, wiping clothes, and utensils, especially cutting boards, and the slightest contact can transfer to food and cause foodborne. So, kailangan nating panatilihing malinis ang ating katawan at ang ating kitchens upang maiwasan yung pag-contaminate ng mga dangerous microorganisms sa ating mga hinahandang pagkain. So, number 2, we should separate raw and cooked foods. Separate raw meat, poultry, and seafood from other foods. So use separate equipment and utensils such as knives and cutting boards for handling raw foods. So store food in containers to avoid contact between raw and prepared foods. So why we should separate raw and cooked foods? So raw food, especially meat, poultry, and seafood, and their juices can contain dangerous microorganisms which may be transferred onto other food during food preparation and storage. So, kaya dapat nating i-separate yung raw and cooked foods para maiwasan yung pag-contaminate ng juices ng mga raw foods ng dangerous microorganisms sa ating mga cooked foods. So, number 3, we should cook thoroughly. So, cook food thoroughly, especially meat, poultry, eggs, and seafood. Bring foods like soups and stew to boiling to make sure that they have reached 70 degrees Celsius. For meat and poultry, make sure that juices are clear, not pink. Ideally, use a thermometer. So, reheat cooked food thoroughly. Why we should cook our foods thoroughly? So, proper cooking kills almost all dangerous microorganisms. Studies have shown that cooking food to a temperature of 70 degrees Celsius can help ensure it is safe for consumption. Foods that require special attention include minced meat, rolled roast, large joints of meat, and whole poultry. Kaya kailangan nating lutuin ng maigi yung ating mga pagkain dahil napapatay nito yung mga dangerous microorganisms. Number 4, so keep food at safe temperatures. Do not leave cooked food at room temperature for more than 2 hours. Refrigerate promptly all cooked and perishable food. So preferably below 5 degrees Celsius. So keep cooked food piping hot, more than 60 degrees Celsius prior to serving. So, do not store food too long in the refrigerator. Do not thaw frozen food at room temperature. So, why we should know this? Microorganisms can multiply very quickly if food is stored at room temperature by holding at temperatures below 5 degrees Celsius or above 60 degrees Celsius. The growth of microorganisms is slowed down or stopped. Some dangerous microorganisms still grow below 5 degrees Celsius. So, kailangan nating malaman kung ano yung danger zone temperature ng ating mga foods. So, the last one. Use safe water and raw materials. Use safe water or treat it to make it safe. Select fresh and wholesome foods. Choose foods processed for safety such as pasteurized milk. Wash fruits and vegetables especially if eaten raw. Do not use food beyond its expiry date. So why we should use safe water and safe raw materials? Raw materials including water and ice may be contaminated with dangerous microorganisms and chemicals. Toxic chemicals may be formed in damaged and moldy foods. Care in selection of raw materials and simple measures such as washing and peeling may reduce the risk. So those are the 5 keys to safer foods. First, keep clean. Second, separate raw and cook. Third, cook thoroughly. Fourth, keep food at safe temperatures. And the last, use safe water and raw materials. So we must acquire this knowledge for us to be safe, especially these pandemic times. So again, I am Maricel Rebello and I ensure that the food I prepare to my family is safe with the help of those 5 steps. And that's all. Thank you!